Hello everyone, I am Josh and welcome to this Sims 4 house building video. So today I am building a house in The Sims 4 this time to get your Sims in the holiday spirit. So I did do a holiday inspired house in The Sims 3 earlier this week, and I thought I'd do one in The Sims 4 as well. So this house is a bit smaller than the one I did in The Sims 3, although I think it has about the same amount of bedrooms, but it's a much smaller house, as you can see here, and it takes me quite a lot less time to build as well. So this house is 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and I called it Snowflake Place because I couldn't think of a better kind of wintry name. Yeah, so that's the best name I could come up with, because clearly I am the expert at coming up with house names in The Sims. You know, like I've come up with quite some gems in the past. But anyway, so this house, as you can see, is already pretty much built here, at least the shape is, and I'm putting in a porch, as you can see here, and there's also some angled bits, which are interesting, and there's also one lone tower kind of over the center, where the front door is going to be underneath that. And here I'm putting in some columns from Get Together. I actually use quite a lot of Get Together content in this house, which you'll see as we progress. I'm also putting a back porch in, as you can see. Oh, also one thing I failed to mention, I can't believe this. I failed to mention that there's snow in the game, as you can see, which is the same mod that I used when I did Frostbite Estate, I believe last month. So it is a mod, it's called First Snow, and it's by SimCookie, or Greg from SimCookie, really. That's his name isn't SimCookie, his real name is Greg. And yeah, so it's a pretty good mod. As you can see, it looks quite fantastic, and I will leave a link in the description below if you're interested in downloading it. And yeah, so, and if you don't know how to download it, there's some instructions in French on his website, so hopefully you know French, or you could just practice it, or you could just use Google Translate to translate it, like I did, since I don't have time to learn French to read some instructions. Anyway, as you can see here, quite a lot has happened. Actually, not really. I only just put in some railings and some windows. Actually, very few windows. Oh no, I changed the roof color. Wow, I missed that. Yeah, the roof color is not part of the mod. It's just a white roof that's already in the game. That looks pretty good with it, though. Anyway, I'm putting in some windows here. I think all the windows in the house are from Get Together, because they look quite fantastic, so that's what I ended up doing. And here's the staircase, which I'm putting in, and I'm also going to put in the floor plan. So the front of the house I had a bit of a challenge with, so the rooms are a little off. Like there's one kind of useless room that's, I'm calling it the library / formal living room, although it's really pointless, but it's there anyway. And there's also a small office as well in the front. The living room, though, is quite nice, as is the dining room, since they're quite large. And yeah. So upstairs, I managed to cram in 4 bedrooms somehow. It's kind of due to witchcraft, really. Not really. But yeah, somehow I crammed 4 bedrooms up there. They're all quite small, although the master bedroom is pretty nice. It has a proper closet, which is very fancy. And here I'm putting in some more windows and a back door, which is convenient. And a fireplace as well. So yeah, that's the floor plan done. As you can see, I mean, look at this. We're only 3 minutes in, or actually almost 4 minutes. We're less than 4 minutes in, and the house structure is already here. Which, compared to my last house build, it took me about a half hour of sped up like footage to get to the finished house structure. So definitely, I did quite a bit better job this time. Anyway, as you can see here, putting in some stone. I already put in the stone, that happened in the past, but I put in some stone and some stairs, so your Sims can actually get to the house, or into the house. And here I'm experimenting with some different windows in the front. I ended up settling with those, and I'm also going to put in some flower boxes as well, which, as you can see, kind of have a dusting of snow on them, which looks really nice. And yeah, so putting in some little knickknacks and paddywhacks on the roof here, including that wind dial thingy, whatever you call them. It's on the top of the turret there, which looks pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm about to put in, or put on some wall texture, hopefully. Oh yeah, I'm doing that right now. And it's a kind of gray and white plaster and wood combination that is from Get Together, and as you can see, it brings a little bit of color into the house. And I also, well yeah, that tree you see I just put out the front, now there's 2 of them. They're really fantastic. They're free as part of a holiday pack that for The Sims 4, which I got the Christmas tree and some other stuff in the house from. And those trees in the front there, those 2 trees, actually light up with holiday lights on them at night, which is really cool, and they look quite fantastic. So I ended up using those out the front, and here I'm putting in the fence, which is just this wrought iron fence that goes around the house, and there's a little opening there so your Sims can get to the door. And yeah, so putting some trees around the place, and changing up the wallpaper, or not. Actually, I think I do, yeah, I changed it up a little bit in the roof eaves. There's like some cross sections there, and there's some more flower boxes and stuff, and more stuff is happening here. You can see I'm putting some drain pipes on, which apparently came from Get Together. I didn't even know they were a thing until I saw other people putting them in their houses. I'm like, well, that's a good idea. I should use those. So I put them in, and they look pretty neat. And here I'm doing my usual thing of putting columns on the corners of the outside building. Oh my goodness, that was a bad sentence. I apologize. I put some columns on the corners. So yeah, and also some plants there out the front. So that's all good and dandy. And yeah, so now we're moving to the interior of the house, and I just put an archway into the formal living room / library thing, and oh, there's a nice holiday wreath out on the front, and some light up snowflakes as well, which kind of give you some holiday cheer, and there's some garland or whatever it's called, and I'm looking for the Christmas tree, which as in The Sims 3, it's quite a challenge to find in The Sims 4 as well, so I did quite a bit of searching, and eventually I found it. After some more searching, I found the presents first. There's the Christmas tree and some presents. And I actually made a golden Christmas tree. I didn't make it. I changed the color of it to gold, which looks pretty classy. And there's the menorah, and there's a little plant thing on the floor. I'm not sure what that is. I put it on the dining room table because it looked Christmassy / holiday-y, whatever. Yeah, so now I'm putting some lights in the entrance, which is a good thing because otherwise it's quite dark. I wasn't going to put a ceiling light in because all the ceiling lights hang down way too low, and with these low ceilings, I feel like Sims would just bang their heads on them, which is not ideal. So I tried to avoid ceiling lights in hallways in this house. There is that one at the end there, but I just felt like it looked fancy. So here you can see putting in all the flooring, which looks classy, and I also put in some nice navy blue wallpaper in the living room. And yeah, so now we're going to start furnishing the living room. So we have a couple couches in here, and a chair, and some curtains, and what else? I don't know. There's some coffee tables. Actually, those are TV tables, but I like putting them together to make them look like coffee tables because they look nicer than coffee tables, in my opinion. And yeah, so some nice furnishings and things like that, things of that nature. Also, I put some, there they are, some bookshelves against the back wall, which renders the library room useless because there already are bookshelves in the living room. So, you know, like I said, the library thing is, like, frankly useless. And there I put the menorah on the side table there. I mean, I know Hanukkah, like, ended a few weeks ago, so really you wouldn't have a menorah out still, but I thought it'd be nice. I didn't think to build my holiday house back at the beginning of the month, so I thought might as well include it now. It's better late than never, I suppose. And yeah, so there I'm putting in some other things, and there's a I'm putting in some little borders in between the flooring types. So like the carpet and there's a little border between the carpet and the wood and the tile, so it just kind of looks a little bit nicer. Like there's a bit of separation there. And there's the dining room. You can see we have a nice table that seats 8 Sims, and I'm putting in some curtains as well. Yeah, and I was going to put an awning thingy out the front, but it looked pretty bad, so I didn't do it. And here's the wall in the dining room where I put some china cabinets and some shelves, and it looks all pretty nice and fancy. So right there's the china cabinets. There's 4 of them, just to make sure there's plenty of space for your Sims china, because I know your Sims hoard china. I mean, I know it. Like, you might deny it, but I know they're hoarding that china. So I put in plenty of china cabinets for them, for the china hoarders in your life. And there's also some more garland there under the windows, and some more stuff happening. So I'm putting in some lighting and another light there. I was going to put a light. I do keep that light. I put a chair next to it, so if for some reason someone wants to sit in the dining room and not at the dining table, they can do that for some reason. And there's some salt and pepper shakers on the table for convenience, and some candles as well, just to make it look nice. And I'm also putting some more stuff on the shelves, and yeah, so that's the dining room done. That was pretty quick. And now moving on to the kitchen. So the kitchen is interesting. Not really. I mean, it's a kitchen. It looks pretty nice, and it has a little bit more of a rustic feel to it. Kind of a cozy feel, since that's the whole point of this house. The whole house kind of has a cozy feel. You know, it's supposed to be nice and cozy because it's a holiday house, so yeah. And there's the refrigerator, and I have a rounded island because that looks fancy, and I don't tend to do that, so I thought it'd be nice to include that. And I'm also putting in some stone as the backsplash, and some other appliances, and there's the trash can, and there's some fruit on the counter, and there's whatever that, I don't know, I'm really sorry, I can't remember what the thing is called for Kwanzaa that holds the candles. A kinara, possibly? I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, I am not entirely very well informed on Kwanzaa, so I apologize. But yeah, I put one of those in the kitchen anyway. I'm not entirely sure when Kwanzaa was / is going to be, but I thought I'd include it, so there you go. And anyway, this is the breakfast room. So there's a little china cabinet, some dividers to fill up some space, and a nice small table, so your Sims can eat breakfast here if they don't want to eat in the formal dining room. And also it's convenient because the formal dining room is across the house, so your Sims probably don't want to walk that far to eat, so I put one here. That one meaning the dining table. I put a dining table there. And now moving on to the downstairs bathroom, which is a full bathroom, which is convenient because there's only 2 bathrooms upstairs, one of which is the master ensuite. So that means there's 3 bedrooms upstairs with only 1 bathroom, so there's a second full bathroom downstairs, which is convenient. So yeah, so it's the total of 3 full bathrooms and 4 bedrooms, which is a good ratio, I think. And here you can see I'm putting in a bunch of details and stuff, and we're done already. And over here I'm about to begin on the useless library / formal living room, which is by the front of the house. I suppose if you download the house, you could put in whatever the heck you want in here, though I didn't know what to do with the space, so I thought, hey, we might as well just fill it up with some useless furniture and some bookshelves, because bookshelves are good space fillers. And yeah, so there you go. Instantaneous room that's there for purpose of filling space. And now moving on to the small office, which is at the front of the house, which is there for a reason. I mean, so your Sims can access a computer, which is convenient. Although there is a computer in one of the kids' rooms, so there's that, which is nice. And yeah, so I'm putting some plants in, and some shelving, and some. I am going to put some clutter on the shelves, obviously. I'm not going to leave it all empty. There's the computer, and there's a lamp. I love that lamp for some reason. I use it like in all my studies or like desks in kids' rooms and stuff. I don't know why. That yellow lamp, it just looks really nice for some reason. Anyway, why am I talking about lamps? I'm putting in. Oh, I already did all that stuff. So okay, we're moving on to the hallway then. Which includes the 2-story turret, which is nice, so your Sims can look up in wonder at the 2-story ceiling that's in their house for some reason. So that's there, and I'm putting in some clutter items to fill up the hallway and make it look like it's a nice house. And this is the second bathroom in the house, with the only one, besides the one downstairs, that's not the ensuite. So I could have phrased that sentence better, but I really don't feel like putting more effort into it than I already did. So yeah, you can see there's a sink, a shower, a toilet, and that's all good and jolly. And yeah, so putting in some details, and there you go. So now we're moving on to some other room, the master bedroom. That's a good room. And yeah, so there you go. There's the bed, nice double bed, and what are we doing now? I don't know. I'm just looking at the outside of the house because I felt like it. And there's some nightstands, and oh, here we go. Here's the closet, which was pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with it, if I do say so myself. So there's a proper closet from Get Together, and here I'm going to wall in a little section, a 1x1 section, in which I put some decorative items that look closet appropriate. So there you go. You can see there's like some hangers with some sweatshirts and shirts and stuff in there, and some boxes, presumably shoe boxes. I don't really know. They could be something else. Anyway, it looks pretty cool. And as you can see, I put in a chest there at the end of the bed, and also a nice rug on the floor. This room is kind of beige. It's very brown, frankly. Though I did try to inject some color with the green curtains. Though I don't know if it entirely worked, but at least it's not all brown or beige or tan, whatever you want to call it. There's also a TV there on the dresser, which your Sims have to stand up to watch, because I don't think in The Sims 4 Sims can lay in bed and watch TV for some reason. It was a thing in The Sims 3, but I guess EA decided, or the Sims developers decided, that it wasn't really necessary for The Sims 4. I mean, why would you lay in bed and watch TV when you could stand to watch TV? I mean, obviously it's It's better exercise. You don't want to be a lazy bum. Anyway, this is the guest bedroom, which is so small I couldn't fit a dresser in because the double bed took up all the room. So whoever is staying in this room can just leave all their clothes piled on the floor because, like, who needs a dresser anyway? So yeah, there's a shelf here with a TV on it, and there's some plants and some other clutter items that just make it look fancy schmancy. And yeah, so there you go. That's basically the room done. It was so small I really could not fit much else in it. I think I might put a painting on the wall after this, but that's about it. Yep, there's some paintings. And there you go. So, also putting 3 mirrors in. Anyway, that room's done. So now we're moving on to the first of the kids' rooms, which is a kid's room. I'm not going to say whether it's a boy or girl's room because last time I did that, someone said I was sexist, which I don't really care about. So, really, it's whoever wants to stay in this room, but I will call it a boy's room because it has sports posters, although girls can like sports too, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, look, whatever. It's a kid's room, and any kid can enjoy this room, or teen for that matter. I'm being ageist now, oh god. Anyway, anyone can enjoy this room, even an adult, frankly, if they like this kind of room. So there you go. That room is now done. Moving on to another kid's room, which is very similar to the other one, although it's got a green color scheme and it's got some more stuffed animals in it. So yeah, as you can see, it's a kid's room, which is kind of on the smaller side, but it has a desk in it with a computer and some snowflakes on the wall to get this child sim or teen sim in the holiday spirit, and also a pink teddy bear over there. So yeah, anyhow, just putting in some clutter items and all that good stuff. I got one of those desk lamps, although this time not in yellow, and a very loud rug, because why not? And also, oh wow, sorry about that. That was a weird throat issue. As I was saying, some posters on the walls. So now moving on to putting in some stuff on the decks. Some nice wood patterning. Wood patterning, oh wow. What am I saying? This voiceover, again, I'm recording this at like 11:30, like I did with my last house build, which people seem to enjoy, so that's why I'm doing it again. And, well, hold on, we're almost done. Oh wow. I've lost track of time. Anyway, I'm putting in some landscaping, and this house build will be done in a few seconds, so there's some screenshots after this, if you want to check that out. And also, I hope you guys have a very happy holidays, or if this video is out after the holidays, then I hope you had a happy holidays. Or if you're watching this after the holidays, I hope you had a happy holidays. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm putting in some more stuff in the yard. And yeah, so some screenshots after this. I hope you check out some more videos on my channel because I have some more house builds there. And yeah, so putting in some stuff, and we're pretty much done here. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Have a great day.